Hello students, today we are going to discuss the last part of the problems variation, direct or inverse variation. In last part we are going to discuss some problem which include both type of variation, means compound variation as well as inverse variation. So direct variation or inverse variation, that is known as your compound variation. So let's start. How we solve this one? The very first question, it says that, let me read the question. 4 men can make 4 cupboard in 4 days. What it says? Okay, I am using some blue ink pen so that's easier for you. It says, the very first question says that 4 men can make 4 cupboards in 4 days. This is the given part. This is the given part of your question. 4 men can make 4 cupboards in 4 days. Then question arises that how many cupboards can make 14 men in 14 days. So 4 men can make 4 cupboards in 4 days. So how many men can make the cupboard? How many cupboards can make by 14 men in 14 days? So this is your question. First I am going to solve this question by unitary method. Then next question by using that alternative method, that arrow one. So first use this as a standard format. Solve this in a standard format. So this is a given part. I am start to solution from this side with black ink so that we can easily understand. First, see what question asked to you. It asks that how many cupboards? So there are 4 cupboards. So in the statement we arrange such that ask part must be come at last. So here what we write? We write, since 4 men in 4 days can make 4 cupboards. Can make 4 cupboards. It's clear? Now we are going to start from this line. It is a unitary method. So first we convert all the given term into one, then the required format. This is a very lengthiest one, so pay each step very carefully. Therefore, if 4 men make therefore 1 man. Step by step we are going to keep one part constant. So 4 men in 4 days can make 4 cupboards. Suppose this is constant. We are decreasing the number of men. So 1 man in 4 days can make. So this is constant part, so hide this one. 4 men can make 4 cupboards, so 1 man make less number of cupboard, that is your 4 upon this is, in this case we divide, so 4 equals to 4 equals to 1 cupboard. Clear? Need not to step and plus 1 cupboard. Now again, therefore 1 man in, now main part is constant, I am going to change this part, in 1 day can make how many cupboard? As we just know, every time we consider the next previous line, not the starting. Every time we use the previous one. First, 4 men in 4 days can make 4 cupboard. It's clear. This is given to you. From this, we can find out 1 man in 4 days. Days are constant. So 4 men make 4 cupboards. So 1 man in same number of days can make 1 cupboard. Clear? Now, in this case, we are going to keep main part constant. 1 man in 4 days can make 1 cupboard. So therefore, 1 man in 1 days. 1 days. In this case, it's a diagonal variation. In this case, it's an inverse variation. In 4 days, so when we decrease this one, sorry, in this case also decrease. When we decrease this one, this part we also decrease. It's a diagonal variation. 1 upon 4 cupboard. So I hope it's clear. Once again, let me explain this part. Then we move further. 4 men in 4 days can make 4 cupboards. Given part. Therefore, 1 man, we are going to change the number of men. 1 man in 4 days, days part constant, make how many cupboard? 4 men, 4 cupboard. So less men, less number of cupboard. This is a part of diagonal variation. Again, in these two, 1 man, we are going to keep constant men part. 1 man in 1 day can make how many? 4 in 4 days. The same number of person in 4 days make 1 cupboard. So less number of days. So less number of cupboard. Again, it's diagonal variation. This is the first part. Now, question asking you 14 men and 14 days. So one by one, we change the statement. So therefore, we first decrease from left to right, but we increase from right to left. Therefore, 1 man in 14 days can make how many cupboard? In 1 day it make 1 upon 4. So in 14 we multiply this amount of cupboard, need not to simplify. Then therefore 14 men in 14 days can make 1 men make this number of cupboard. So more men, more number of cupboard. 1 upon 4 into 14 into 14. So when we simplify, 2 2s are 2 7s are 2 2s are 2 7, sorry, 2 7s are. So ultimately 49 cupboard. So this is your solution. Once again, a brief overview of this unitary method. 4 men in 4 days can make 4 cupboard. It's easier. Given, then we start to decrease from left side. 1 man, constant number of days, can make 1 cupboard. 4 men in 4 cupboard. How we find? How we discuss? We had this one. 4 men make 4 cupboards. Less men, less number of cupboard. Division is there. It's a 1. 1 man in 1 day make. So now this time main constant. 4 days, 1 cupboard. Less number of days. Less number of cupboard. Now we are going to increase 1 man in less number of days, less number of cupboard. So more number of days, more number of cupboard. We multiply. Days constant 14 men. 1 man make this number of cupboard. So more men can make more number of cupboard. Again we multiply. So it's a 49 cupboards. This is your unitary method. Now see the next question. Or I am going to solve this one again by using alternative method. Let's start. Sorry for the due to some editing problem. My explanation part of this is missing. Once again, I am explaining this one. As we know that 4 men in 4 days make 4 cupboard. So 14 question asked to you that 14 men in 14 days makes how many cupboard? So we first arrange them together. Let me rub this one. This is next important. Always remember that plotting the arrow, this time we must be careful, and plotting and compare with unknown part. This is your unknown part, cupboard. So 4 men makes 4 cupboard. So 14 men makes more number of cupboard. So this is a diagonal. So along with this is, if this is increasing, so this one is also increasing. Leave this one. Come to this part. In 4 days, some number of men. In mind, some number of men. In 4 days, make 4 cupboards. So 14 men. 14 days, make more number of cupboards. So it's also diagonal. Means it moves along with this arrow. Then what you do that? Use tail part as a numerator. So 4 upon x. According to unknown part, product of multiply part. 4 upon x. 4 upon x equals to 4 into 4 upon 14 into 4 upon 14. So this one, this is the equation you form. Now solve it, you have the answer. That's all for question number 1. Next question. Question number 2 says that in a hostel it cost rupees 1800 to keep 50 students for 8 weeks. For what length of time did the cost of keeping 90 students amount to 21,060 rupees? I am going to discuss this one by using alternative method. So what it says that in a hostel cost is given to you. Cost is your 1800 rupees. 1800 to keep 50 students. In this case, I am adding students. How many? 50 students for 8 weeks. Then there is a time. In week. 8 weeks. Clear? Question says for what length of time? That is time. I am always at last side. Time did the cost of keeping 90 students amount to 21,060 rupees. So it's a 21,060 rupees, 90 students, time. Question asking. If we keep first student constant, we compare it with cost. If 1800 students can stay 8 weeks, so more amount, more week. So this is your diagonalization. So arrow moves with the direction is same. Now keep this apart. Now in some amount of rupees, always keep in some constant. That is constant. In some amount of rupees, 50 students stay in 8 weeks. So in the same amount, more students can stay in less week because amount is fixed. But in this case, we increase the student, so time must be decreased one. So in this case, if this one increase, this one decrease. Once again, I am stating to you that in some amount, suppose it's a x, suppose it's a y, not x, y. In a constant amount, 50 students can stay in that hostel for 8 weeks. But when this amount is constant, if students are increased 90, then time must be decreased because your expenditure is your amount of money is constant. So this time, if number of students increase, so number of days decrease. So it is an inverse proportional. Okay. Now we are going to try to solve this one. So we can write here over here. It's a 8 upon x. What I told to you that first we write unknown part, then known part. Then 8 upon x. 8 is numerator, 1800 is numerator. So 1800 upon 21,060 into. Now in this case we have inverse variation. So 90 comes numerator part. Now try to solve. What we have 8 into 21,060 rupees into 50. The denominator part comes in numerator part. by 1800 into 90. Okay, let's start equals to x. J cancels each other. This one cancels each other. Now with 2, with 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 4s are 16, 24 5s are cancels. Then it's a 5 9s are 3 3s are 3 7s are 0 3 2s are cancels again. 3 2s are 6, 10 is there, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are cancels. Now these are more hodgepodge, so say that's this side. 2 into 2 3, so 2 3 4 by 9 equals to x. Once again try to solve. 9 2s are 18, 9 6 are 54. It's a 72. Sorry, it's a x equals to 52 weeks. So this is your answer. So alternative method is easier than the unitary method, but we will take care of this part only. So we are going to discuss one more question, but this time we use unitary method. Question number 5. In question number 5, it says that 10 cooks working for 8 hours can prepare a meal for 536 people. How many cooks will be needed to prepare a meal for 737 people if required time to prepare meal is 5 hours? So I am going to solve this one by unitary method. Always make 1. So 10 cook is asked for you. So last keep cook part last. Arrange the statement so wise. So you can write down for 536 people. For 536 people working 8 hours, food prepared by longest line, so it's a make a aeroplane noise. Prepared by 10 cooks. Now airplane is flying off, taking off. So for 536 people working 8 hours each day, food prepared by 10 cooks. So therefore, for 1 people we are going to use working. This is constant, food prepared by equals to. Now listen, more number of people, more number of cook is required. Less number of people, so less number of cook is required. So in this case we must do the division one. So let's start. So for less number of cook required, so in this case 10 divided by 5 3 6 cooks. I know that this fraction is practically not possible, but we are going to solve this one. It's not a final one. So let's see. Again, in this case, therefore, now again I am keeping first part constant. For 1 people working less hour. For if working 8 hours, so this number of cook is required. If we are going to work less hour, then more number of cook required. So in this case we do the multiply. 10 upon 536 into 8 cooks. Clear? So now at last we are able to convert all in 1. But again it is not the final solution. Now we are going to increase from this side. Therefore, again I am adding for 1. Therefore, for 1 people or 1 person working, now this time I am going to increase this hour, working 5 hours, food prepared by now what, again check this. In working 1 hour, food prepared by this number of cook, so working more hour, number of cook is required less, so we do the division one. Clear? For 1 people working 5 hours, food prepared by this number of cook. So again we increase this one, that is required number. Therefore, for how many people is given? 737 people working 5 hours, food prepared by. This is for 1 people, so more number cook required. We do the multiplication. More number is cook required, so we do the multiplication by 737 divided by 536 into 5. Let's start the division. 5 1s are 5 2s are, then 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12, 2 8s are, leave as it is. 4 4 6 are 24, 4 7 are 28, 4 2s are. Now in this case 67. If we divide 67 1s are, and again what we have 13 minus 7 6 1s are. So ultimately we have 22 cooks. This is your answer, that 22 cooks are required. This is your unity method. Again I am going to solve the same question by using your alternative method, and in today's video rest of you solve, people must solve by using either method. Let me rub the board. So in the same question number 5, what is given to us? It is given some time for people is given, because we always adding time. Time is given, or cooks are given. For 536 people, 536 people working 8 hours, 10 cooks required. So 737 people times 5 hours x cook required. Now plotting the arrow is 50. Plotting the arrow is half work of this method. If you are able to plot the arrow properly, you solve half. See, for 536 people, 10 cooks required. More people, more cook required. This is direct addition. Keep people constant. If working for 8 hours, cooks 10 required 10. Working less hours, more cooks are required to prepare a food for some constant number of person. So in this case, it's the inverse variation compared with this one, where unknown quantity is there. Therefore, we can write down it's a 10 upon x equals to 536 upon 737 into 5 upon 8. This comes at numerator. So x equals to 10 into 737 into 8 by 536 into 5. This comes this side, this comes this side. Try to solve this one. This time I am divide other method. 5 2s are leave as it is. 4 2s are 8. 4 1s are 4. 13 is here. 4 3 are 12. 4 4 is 16. Cancels. Then 2. 2 6 are 2 7 are 11. X equals to 22 volts. So this is the solution. Now it's up to you which method is easier for you. That's all for today. All of you try to complete exercise 10C, not 20. Exercise 10C. And if you are observing this part of video, it means you are paying attention in my lectures. I know that sometimes with the difficulty of network problem, you are unable to see the video properly or listen the video very carefully. So keep patience. In a free time at the evening, once again you open and try to see the video. This I am trying to help you for completing your syllabus, for discussing clear the concept of your topic. And if you like it, you must subscribe my video, because you are observing this part means you like it, so you must subscribe the video. That's all for today. Thank you.